how much the microphone is going to be received, so you don't redline. They don't even give you a redline. You have some distortion if you put it too high. And they also have reduction. But let's talk about the Snowden thing. All right. Who went over there?
Yeah, Brian Williams. He went to Moscow and he came back, and he was giving a commencement speech. You know, like he was giving a speech to a graduating class, and he mentioned at the end of his speech that you know, he was sitting there in his room in Moscow, and there was a knock on the door, and he opened the door. There was the most wanted man in the world. You know.
Snowden is the most wanted man.
He's number one, public enemy number one.
On the FBI list?
Yeah, right.
Why is that?
Why?
Why is that really?
Because that's their story and they're sticking to it.
The story is that he's a horrible criminal. Okay, well we have to believe that if they say so. I'm just looking for more information. Yeah. So what did he? So what? The question is, you know, he's a criminal. What kind of a criminal? And you know, why are they talking to him now? He's disobedient. Okay, he's disobedient. He is the evil symbol of disobedience.
Yeah, he was working for a company.
Oh, he's working for a company. So you can't do any of that stuff. That's not competition in the free market, is it? That's not competition. Oh, these are state secrets. This is political.
Right. You know, he's contracted. The government contracted with this company. You know, like the NSA work.
Yeah.
And so, and they put him in the seat.
Yeah. If they put him on there, but what's he wanted for? What's he wanted for? Because I'm not up to speed on that. What is he wanted for? For no, that's not a technical charge. What are the charges?
Right. That's why they have to say he's a traitor.
What is he being accused of? Traitorism?
Yeah, traitor.
Or like the Russians are fond of doing. Is he guilty of hooliganism?
Hooliganism.
He is an international hooligan, and we have to find this guy.
Unless you paint a big A on the wall, I don't think.
We're gonna go right into Sebastopol, ream them out, flood in there, and find him, and bring him out through the Black Sea. I think that's the plan. But Obama said we're not going to spend a lot of time going after this 26-year-old hacker. He's just a hacker. All right, so tell me, this is just the preliminary. Tell me just in brief, what is going on now with this interview that's supposedly so important?
What's going on now is that we've been teased.
We've been teased. Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
It's the news tease, you know, like it's coming, you know, everybody's got to tune in.
Yeah.
Watch the Brian Williams show. You know,
all right, I'm going to watch the Brian Williams thing, or I'm going to get the Cliff Notes on it. I just want to know what's, you know, I just want to know what's the gist of it.
Well, I reckon a lot of people are going to be talking about it over here.
I just read here on Drudge Report that CNBC is going to interview Putin, or let's see, here's the article.
I saw him on a business.
What is the headline? Is this Putin's next target? Moldova. Yeah, they're asking that. So of course, we already knew that was.
Well, who knows? Maybe.
But we got to read this article, and I don't. Is that? This is on the Daily Beast. But on Drudge Report, let me go back here. Drudge Report, you click on it, and the line that they're featuring is that it's CNBC interviewing Putin. I don't understand. Okay, let's wrap this up. Don't believe the hype. Here's how we're going to conclude this. You think Snowden is such a big deal. It's really so important. I think the reason why the media is doing it is to distract everybody. It's a total scam.
Well, then the other big thing is Sedona's on fire. The reason that's important is Sedona. You know?
Oh, no, there's another fire. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.